Looking good, and welcome to the Wozcast. Today it's Wozcast by night. It has been a few days since I've been playing this game, apart from letting this thing run off camera and continuously so, and getting really annoyed. I'm still glad I saved that horse, by the way, because when I started digging this thing, or when I was getting ready to dig this thing, the horse was in there and I was pushing it out. And that's gone past the halfway mark downwards, and it's going to continue, but it's going to stop right now because I've removed everything out of the engines. We just got the fuel that it's burning right now, and we are going to, well, let's see what's going on here. Yeah, see, that's still going. Stuff being moved around. It's mostly from over there, that which you can't see. I'm setting this up right now because there's all the I can't believe how much there is of this stuff. How did I add so much? It just doesn't seem right. Like there's, like I put more in. Usually it does like 50. Usually this does like 50, and then I have to replenish it, and I get like 45. And so, getting a lot done lately. I guess I was chopping down too many trees. Anyway, the reason we're here is because we're going to start the entire new shape of the outer wall of the top layer. Since I've decided now that quarry is going to be on the outer section. Now let's see. Oh, we should put this on. Whoa! It's all white. What happened? I guess I should have tested. Oh, here we are. I was gonna say we should have tested the new version of X-Zero's minimap. This thing comes out with new versions like more often than once a week. It's ridiculous. I started up and then, no, you have a new version. I don't care. Ooh, wonder where that's going. Okay, I was here for a reason. Why was I right here for a reason? Oh, pressing this. Yeah, so as you can see, this is 145. Okay. Definitely not a Cyberman. So anyway, we got it about 103 or 104 or something like that. That's what I gotta figure out is the exact number that it goes out to. This outer wall that we're planning on making. And it's not quite as far out as I'd originally thought, but it doesn't matter. Let's see how this is doing. Well, wait, now that's going that way? But there was one going that way. And now there's one going that way? Where do they come from? They're going different directions? Thought I saw another one, but it was just twinkling. Whoa! What the... what is going on in this world? The red sun of Krypton. It will explode shortly, and... No, even I can't stand these kind of things. This thing is not making noise because it shuts off at night for some reason. It's still running, though. Is it? But it's... the solar panels are what make the noise, not the device, you see. That's the trick. So let's see what we got left here. That's going down. And that's not going down. I don't know if that's some kind of bug, but I've been trying to get enough of this stuff so it'll run. Anyway, going to the sound asleep tower. When we wake up, it's going to make a huge cacophonic noise. Which is, of course, perfectly fine. Nothing to see. Oh, I wasn't looking at the number. Let's look at that number again. Yeah, see, that number is like 1/5 of what it should be. There's no way it could be down to that number. It's obviously skipping a lot. Oh, that's what I wanted to check before I got started. Let's look down here. As you can see, it hasn't dug over here yet. If it does, we'll see this wall vanish. But if you look, you can see there's some stuff there. So it's obviously not getting much of it done. And quite frankly, I am appalled at that kind of situation. Oh, it's brighter suddenly. I mean, it's brighter than it usually is. How's this stuff doing? Oh, there's nothing to saw, obviously. What do we got here? 500 charcoal. I must be getting more charcoal or something. Yeah, it's just some random stuff going through the system. Hardly worth bothering. Today we are going to work out the circle for the outer layer. I decided it would be a circle. I had other ideas. I had an 8-sided figure that was not an octagon. That it had strange angles and stuff. And I had a bunch of ideas, but we're not going to do any of that. We're also not going to use the actual block that we're using to start with, because I want to make sure we get it right. So... okay, so what we need to do is we need to go to... I don't know. We're going to start at 103, though. I've been unable to figure out if it's supposed to be 102, 103, or 104. So we're going to go to 103 and hope that sticks. Okay, from here... there's 10, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Then we've got 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I should put this on so I can double check this. Okay, then we've got 5. Then we've got 4. Then we've got a series of 3s. We got 4 sets of 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we've got 7 2s. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Then we got 1 2 1 2. Wait. 1 2 1 2 1 2. Okay. That's what it said. We double check. 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2. Okay, then we've got 3 1s. Then we've got 2, which is the last one with 2. And then we've got 11 1s, but it's on the 6th one. 1 2 3 4. 5 6. It's off. It's off. Now, what's it off? It should be exactly down the straight line, going straight. And this is the straight line here. So, does it need to go in one more? My guess is yes. Yeah, but that. La di da di da. Okay, well, at least we got some kind of idea of where we're going. Now I gotta chop the extra ones of these off, which is always a problem. Let's see if we can do this. No, it's because it's not gonna do it that way. I'm still not sure what would work best here. I also need to come up with a couple of really, really good ideas for textures. What textures to use here? I'm a little pressed for choice for proper textures to use in any particular situation. That is to say, I've got the choice, but I haven't the slightest idea what would be best. Hence why this is crazy. Okay. So theoretically this should work, and so we can keep going. We gotta go the other way around now. So that's the 6th one. So we got 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 2 there. Then 3. Then we got 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. And then it's the 2 7s, or the 7 2s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then we got the 4 3s. Then what we got after that? We got 4, 5, 8, 10. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Well, it works. Now the trick here is... Now this is where it's going to be really complicated. We won't be able to just go straight down into here. Let me explain. See, this down here, this device that makes a lot of noise today, which I don't want to get too close to, goes out to 32 from here. That'll go beyond that. That won't be a problem. It'll just, well, maybe it doesn't go beyond it. I don't know. Whatever it goes up to. But the point is we'll be still digging out everything beneath this. But this can only deal with this edge. And so anything else has to go out to here. And so we got to work out where that is. So that's 102. And so over... I thought it was 103. That's going to confuse people. Okay, now I presume this is the exact center of it. And so 32 would be 98. Which means that we're going to have to use something else that goes out a little further than that. But that's not a big problem. But this will be used in several locations, not just here. And so that's... now we got to look at all the options for different block types. This is, as I said before... Oh boy, it's been a while. As I said before, this is probably going to go up to 260. And so that's going to have a height of 6. But we can't deal with the interior yet. So we... Oh, another possibility is we could have this go up to 260 and then have a layer above that that's the exact same layer. But I think I'd like to make this an enclosed area, if possible, for the external section. So I'm going to work on the decent ideas for the... Alright, so... Is it going to be cobble or is it going to be stone? Well, as you can see... Oh, that's up to 512? What's this one up to? I get upset when they're not right. 515. Alright, so that's doing better than the other ones. That's fine. Crazy. Alright, so we're gonna... You know, it's been a long time since I looked at this stuff over here. Like, what's the sticks up to? Sticks are up to 252. That tells you right there there's a problem. I need to use those sticks for other things. That creates so many sticks. What the hell? What is all this? Grass block? I haven't done a grass block one yet? An egg? Glass panes. Yeah, some of these are okay. But it's like, what is all this stuff? Concrete? Oh, you know what that's from? I put that in the dump chest. Not that dump chest, but the dump everything else chest some time ago. That tells you how long ago it was. Nice that we got grass block because we're using Silk Touch, which was the whole point of my doing this. Okay, so we should put the extra ones of these in here or something. Egg, on the other hand, I have no point in putting. I've only got 48 eggs. Not a big deal. Okay. So let's go. Where's the chisel? Chisel, chisel. No chisel. I don't think I have to worry about running out of iron anytime soon. But I just want to double check what we can do with the chisel here. Weird. Okay, so... Oh, they look different for different texture packs. Alright, well, let's see what we got here. These are the ones that are handled by vanilla. Cracked stone bricks and such. I didn't know we could do a double slab. Can we do a double slab? Oh, it's a chisel double slab. That's good. Now, chiseled stone bricks doesn't look right, so let's look at it. Let's see what we got here. Put it somewhere. Oh! I see. This is a texture pack thing. Regular would be... regular is different. I remember. This looks good, though. But it wouldn't look good for what we're trying to do. So forget that. Let's re-chisel the same object. What's that one? Zag. Oh, that's the zigzag one. Zigzag would be nice for maybe the walls, but no, I don't know yet. And that's Celtic. I really like the design, and I wish it wasn't Celtic. I wish we could just do individual blocks like that, because that has a very powerful look to it. Actually, this is interesting because from here to here, we've got some designs that are a little green. These are a little yellowish, brownish. These are greenish, slightly greenish, and then these are slightly blue. All right, so we want circular. No. Well, it's got CTM, but it's not going to help when we do what we're trying to do here, and I haven't worked that out yet. We need to work out some really cool design for the ground that could be something that's not going to get in the way. I'm not making much sense. Oh, these are cathedrals. Stone paver. That might be good for a ground or something. Let's try the stone knot. Let's see what we got. Okay, that's rather lackluster because it's still a 16 texture. No offense meant to those who make 16 textures, but we're trying to do 32 here. These are the standards, panel and tiles. I like panel, I like tiles. What can you really say about panel and tiles that haven't been done before? They're both excellent. Now the question is, which one do we want on the bottom and which one do we want on the side? Panel would be great for the side. But tiles would be good for the bottom, but I think this would be good for the bottom, but these would be good for the side, but then it would look funny. So maybe the tiles should be for the bottom. Alright, well, we got some kind of idea here. It's a nice, simple build design, and I don't see anything wrong with it. Now, this still has 500 left, so I gotta... What about the layers? You know, the layers would be good for maybe a ceiling, or maybe the top or something. So what we'll do is we'll do 3. No, we'll do 4. Oh, wait a minute. Okay, so we can do these as these as these, and these as these. And we still got 10 left. Well, we'll deal with that later. That's no big deal. Oh, and we're going to do things differently than we did before. It's going to be interesting. We're going to make a small amount of these are going to be... Well, we'll do that later. We're going to do a small amount of these are going to be sideways, which is partly why I want to do it this way. Okay, now this is very likely going to be a doorway or something, or more likely we might have the doorway at the next level, or we'll have two doorways. We'll have one up there and one down here. But let's just set this up here anyway. Okay, so the idea of this, now what we could do, although it's not going to be there, what we could do though is we could put a dirt block here and make a half in there have a half against that, which would be great for the outside, but it would be lousy for the inside because we need to make something that goes just as smoothly inside as it does outside. But on the other hand, I don't know what the inside of this is going to look like. It's got to look really cool, and so as a result, we want this to be really cool. I'm even thinking that the inside could be a different block. By the inside being a different block than it would get in the... it would be smooth on the inside, and it would be a different design. Because this is going to be up here, but this room in here is going to go down when we get around to fixing all that. And so it'll go down a few blocks, and we don't want that up there. And so this would not work for here only. So it would be better for that. But what we got to do is when we have one block, let's say right here, we might want to have a half block, a diagonal half block up against the wall. So we got to see how that works. Okay. Back to you two. Oop, it's over here. It's roofing. It doesn't need to be roofing, but I want it to be roofing. Okay, so we'll just do 63 of these, like... That should cover most of what we want. Maybe not. I don't know. We'll work on that. It's not going to be a perfect circle, obviously. It's going to be close to a perfect circle. Okay, so the idea is that this is the edge of that, and therefore we want to do this. And see how that looks next to the one we're putting next to it, like that. Yeah, and I see it's not going to look right. We could maybe switch this. Well, to be honest, I can't see the difference. Up should be different than down, but they look the same. Let's try up. Now it's the same thing. Same problem. So it's obviously a problem with... Well, it's not too bad. It's gonna stick out a little more, I think. But it's still the same sort of block sort of thing. But yeah, we can save a lot of material if the inside is just a single. So if we had something where we had a half there, So we can definitely work on that kind of idea. Of course, what's the inside going to look like? It's not going to be very good in that sense, but we'll have some kind of idea anyway, which is the important thing. What we could do set up another one like that. It wouldn't be too bad. Well, I think we should look at it first, and so we will. We'll be right back. Okay, I discovered something. This places, when you have this on the left side, it places it differently than when you place it here. So what we can do is place it like that, and now it should look right. Okay, it doesn't look right, but that edge is white, and this edge is going to be dark. But it's okay, I think. Yeah, it's slightly better. Maybe we could do better than that. I don't know. I think that this works, but of course the interior is annoying. What we could maybe do is maybe we could put one here, but then we might as well just use full blocks there. And that was kind of the whole idea originally, was we would have a full block thing. But we don't want to do a full block like this here, because as I said before, we're going to have the chiseled stone on the inside layer, and there will be an inside layer very likely. I have to double check though whether everything's gonna fit within this area. We might need to move some of those farm sections and things. We're gonna have to move it underground anyway, because this area is going to be changed off and everything. And I haven't moved this because, after all, this is where the door is gonna be. Nice try. So we're going to change the interior into something else. This is really interesting, even if it's not perfect. And of course, somebody's going to say, why didn't you start on the next bits and then start over the... Well, I want to do the perimeter first, make sure we get the perimeter right. Got to make the perimeter right, or it's just fail. Okay, I think I've done it. That is to say, I think I've done the first quarter of this thing. Okay, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Even though it was originally 11. That's because the blocks themselves are here. Oh, no, that's not right. Oh, it's because that's a 2, and that's a 1, so that's 1. The outer blocks are part of a 2 wide, but, you know, you convert it, so it does that. So it does 13 outside, then we got 4 outside, then 2, then 2, then 2, and then a series of 1s. Anyway, I think it's a little bit smoother this way. Don't know how great of a thing it will necessarily be. Also, I'd like to have some windows. I don't know if we can have very many. Let's see what we can do here. So let's say 8, 9, 0, and that's where that is. Let's see what we got. So we would have room at the top for another thing, and then in between we'll probably want to do the panels. Unfortunately, I don't think we could do windows with that. But if we do, we can maybe have a window. We can have maybe a level above this that does have windows. I haven't finalized this idea yet. Still working on the idea. We just want to get the shape of this thing, and so we've only got 25% of this thing done. So we got to make sure we do the other 75%, even though we're not going to have enough tiles and stuff and slabs and stuff. But we'll work on it. We'll work on it, and well, more to come. We'll see if we can. I'll show you what progress I've gotten a little later on. So apparently, some empty spaces here that I've had to fill up because certain individuals made a fence out of wood. Which must have been hit by lightning or something and burned. That's the only explanation I can think of. Either that or there's a problem with saving the game, and I don't know what to do there. Well, there's nothing for it. Gotta repair this stuff. Why don't I just use regular blah 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 cobble fences? Let's see what we got. Where are they? I like the idea that we could just do this every time we need some. Also, I've been operating almost entirely by night. It's ridiculous. All right, let's see what happens when I place this down. It's not going to look right, is it? No. Nope. A person can go through that. I don't know if a sheep can go through that. I'd like to find out. Well, I like the idea. We're probably going to have to get them to do something or other. We'll probably have to replace these. Alright, so let's get this guy so that we kill him later on, but not right now. The horses should be okay. Can you go through? Can you go through? Can you go through? Can you go through? I think you can't go through. Hey, wanna come on back in? Huh? Wanna come on back in? No, 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 fudge. I'm gonna put you guys back in whether you want to or not. Alright. Alright, we'll have to do it the old-fashioned frickin' way. Nice! That was very nice. Now we'll move you guys back to the back, and then we'll do the bait and switch. And voila! Ha ha ha! I am going to have to replace those, though. There's just no substitute for that. At least the cows don't seem to have any openings to get out. Yay. For now. Ugh. Okay, looks like I've done everything for the diagonals on the bottom layer. Or I should say the bottom layer on the outside. On the inside, as I said before, it's not going to be the bottom layer. I used to spend a good 4 hours a day on doing a video, and now I'm lucky if I've got 2 hours to do a video because of the way life has been going lately. Unfortunately, I can't do anything about that, so I'm going to have to stop it here. Yeah, I think we've done all of them. There's 2 ways to do this. You got the one on the left side, where you've got the block on the left side, you can place it properly. And the one where you don't, and you have to place the block. First you have to place the block, and then you place the tile so as to line that up properly. So we still got a lot to do, and I'm probably going to have to get around to this the next episode, or if I've got any free time in the next couple of days, and I don't need to do the episode yet, maybe I could do something there. It's just one of those things that happens. Someday I'm going to have to talk about situation in my life and what the problems are but it's just, I got to finish this episode now. Just how it is. Well, we'll see you next time. And thank you again for watching. And remember, when you're planning something, always have a really good idea of what you're trying to do, or else you're not going to get it done. Not in the slightest. And I know I'm not getting anything done here either, the way things are going. But hope springs eternal. Or, well, it's still winter. But you know what I mean. See you next time. Bye-bye.